What's the fourth one?
It's 3.
Oh!
Hey!
It's 4.
We got 4.
Quattro leches of the board game world. That's what they call us.
4.
I'm
Do
going
they?
for it.
I don't know about that.
Did you do?
Claiming
Welcome.
condensed.
Evaporated.
The fourth one? I have it green.
Cream. Oh!
All right.
All right. Okay.
You're the fourth one.
Welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Camilla.
I'm Joey Evans.
I'm evaporated milk Chris.
They call me sweet and condensed. My album drops on Friday. My name is Z Garcia.
All right, welcome to Crowdsurfing, where we're taking a look at different projects that are on crowdsourced or crowdfunded platforms. BackerKit,
Well said.
GameFound. I'm rolling with it. Go for it.
Kickstarter. You've heard of that one.
Mainly. Indiegogo once every 16 years. So none of those today. So then we're going to be taking a look at projects ending in the next 2 weeks on these different platforms. We are sponsored for this segment here by BackerKit. So before we get into the projects, let's look at a project that they have running right now.
Ooh.
Today we're taking a look at the Collectors Guild Cafe 2024 calendar. So this is already funded and it has really cute artwork here. This is artwork that shows this cafe, and this cafe are all different collectors come in. Looks like we got someone collecting books here, and they're just hanging out. They're drinking and talking to each other, and the artwork here is phenomenal here. You can also see there's a coloring book that you can get. Abby Park here, the Nerdy Alchemist, is the artist, and their stuff is just fantastic. I was looking at their website, and I really like this. By the way, you're looking at all these months here, folks. This is a 20-month calendar. I am sick of getting calendars now that only have 6 months left on them. This one will last you a long time. So there's lots of different pledges. Like I said, it's already been funded here. But hey, look, you can get these cute character stickers, and there's more stuff that will be unlocked as time goes by. And in fact, at the very top here, they're telling you these characters, who they have these names, Poppy, Zephyr, Mithri, Titus, Hatch, and Alistair, are going to come back in comics and a mobile game later on. So this is kind of the beginning of a universe. So if you're looking for a calendar with some really cute artwork that kind of reminds me of Flamecraft, actually, check out the Collectors Guild Cafe 2024 calendar.
Adorable.
Those are pretty cute.
is.
Those are pretty cute.
Those are really cute. Really cute. I like calendars that incorporate more than just 12 months. You know, you like it because you can start it earlier and you go late. You know, I really like that
It gives
crossover
you
on
time to
calendars.
find a new calendar.
It does.
Like secret months?
You know what I mean? Otherwise, you have that pressure. Like January 1st comes
Right.
around and you're like, oh my gosh,
That
I
is
need
true.
a calendar.
Stresses
I
me
am
out every year.
Sans calendar.
Yeah, give me a Smarch, maybe a February.
Yep.
Like,
I
need
feel like
just
y'all
those
are
extra months.
making fun, but you're making sense to me.
I was making sense.
Totally, I love it.
I like
Anyway,
Okay,
More
I
than
meant
12
it.
months
On
on my
January
calendar.
1st, I feel a tremendous amount of stress.
On January
oh, no.
1st?
Are you kidding
That's because
right
you
now?
think about
I'm
it on January
already-
1st.
No, I'm already searching for calendars for next year.
I don't do it like that.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Well, that's why you stress out on January 1st.
It'll be obsolete by next year. It'll be different numbers and lots of
January-
things
I don't
should
think
happen.
you understand calendars.
January 2nd, I'm looking at like
Lots
the
of
discount rack at Walmart. Be like, where's all the reject calendars? Ooh, automotive bolts and nuts. That's the one for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just looked when I can
We
recycle
live very
them.
different lives.
I can go back to 84 now. I think the numbers light up.
That is true. You only need like a certain number of calendars, really. And then you just go back to the beginning again. Every now and then things get funny, but you know.
You just cross off certain things.
Yeah, you're like, oh, 29.
I meant like events, you know, like, oh yeah, take the trash day. You're like, oh, gotta cross out all Tuesdays.
Yeah,
I guess the
my
events
gosh.
wouldn't. Stupid
Jeez.
moon.
All right, well, let's jump in here to a BackerKit project. This is License to Grill,
Like
greater
this.
than games.
So they did a whole video here, like really grilling.
They
Like they went
really-
all out on
Yeah,
the
let's see
video.
it.
Made me hungry.
Did
It
it?
kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole.
It's a whole legit grilling video with the sauces and the whole shebang.
Ugh.
Trying
makes
to
my teeth
clean
hurt.
that.
They're yeah, I mean, intentionally so bad at what they're doing.
Yeah.
They burn
I think
everything.
this is my favorite part right here. Look at that.
That looks
Oh, that
legit.
looks good.
But anyway, so the game, and that's some weird stuff on there. What's with the watermelon? Is that
I
a
don't
thing?
understand. That's
I don't know. Yes, they eat it at
pineapple.
the end, right?
That's pretty cool how they do that. The whole polyomino. I was like, all right, I'll look at it.
Yeah, so the whole thing's
you
a
did.
polyomino
Good.
style game in which you are putting stuff on the grill and then managing over here your heat.
I like
How
that.
quickly you need to move things. If it's at the top rack, I guess it burns slower, they said in the video.
Yes.
the warming rack
Yeah.
on grills.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, at this point, there's a little... I'm sort of getting to the point of polyomino games where I'm going, another polyomino game. Okay, there's a lot of those. Also, that one, go back up a little bit, that one part where they're showing this. You know what this makes me think of when they throw all this stuff on here?
A feast for
Those
Odin.
ads on Facebook where they're trying to sell me a video game, but the person is clearly a moron.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And they're like,
I can't.
and then you're like, yeah, it goes out that way. And you're like, oh, you're an idiot. I hate
boring
you.
ones,
like,
right?
This is
Yeah.
very badly done.
It makes you say, I can do better. I'm going to buy the app and just show them. how to
That'll
do it.
teach
But is that
them.
kind of like the game though? Because you're trying to get in each other's way. This is a shared grill.
That I
so
didn't
they
know
might
till the
be
end.
doing, yes,
That's
they
like-
might be doing this on purpose
that
to
would
get in each other's
frustrate
way.
me.
I'm sure it
Which
is.
is going
It
to start a
still
fight.
bothered me. I
Don't
was
touch
like,
the grill.
No, you can put that right there. You can put that right there.
You only grill with really close friends because that's like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, this looks fine. It looks like a fun little game. Again, I'm just sort of getting to the point where there's a lot of polyomino
Yeah.
games.
There are a lot
It
of
is.
polyomino games, but how many come in a deluxe tin edition?
This
of
is
the
true.
With the
Yeah.
little fire and the... Yeah,
I will
We'll
say-
say. Oh, I was
I
going to
will
say.
say.
No, I'm going to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to
game?
say
I
it.
will say that I don't know, I'm not
Furthermore,
feeling this one.
this is the only place that I can actually get my steaks well done and not be made fun of. I'm happy about that.
I'm still going to make fun of you.
I probably would get my
that is a weird stigma, folks. I
That
mean,
really is. I don't understand. I don't like them
don't
well done,
get it. I
but I don't
like-
understand why.
Yeah, I like steaks cooked.
Yeah. It's preference.
Why is that
like-
wrong?
That's right. You're well done too, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll poke fun at it.
So is
Again,
Mike.
the words are
Actually,
technically well done.
Yeah.
Like, you've done it
like done well.
It's what you clap and you say well done.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'd rather have
You
that.
should.
Then you eat like a real good steak instead.
No, I'm definitely team like medium, but I don't understand the stigma behind it. I will say the one thing that I do like about it, I like the heat, that you're messing with the heat, trying to
Yeah.
perfect like when yours is going to be done. And so with
like
that,
that.
again, shared board, you're trying to manage what you want, but it's not semi-co-op at all. You know, but you might end up burning other people's stuff, and or they might be undercook yours at the right
Yeah.
time, things like that. I think the heat element is what kind of elevated it for me more than just another polyomino.
I agree. That's cool. And the
Yeah.
fact that you're sharing the space, and so you might mess with me that way. That's cool.
Right? Yeah. So
I would have to
Chris is not feeling
play it, yeah, to feel like, oh yay,
he
you
would
like half cooked my
have
thing.
to play it. He says, be forced to.
Yeah.
That is
No.
correct. Yes.
No. All right. Burn the Fort by Indigenous Action.
Yeah, this looks like an interesting game. When I first saw it, I thought, Burn the Fort, Indigenous Action, who made this? Immediately, I'm like, okay, hold on, who made this?
Yeah.
And it's, yes, Indigenous Action is from someone who is an Indigenous person living in, I think, Flagstaff, they said, who's done all sorts of different art projects and sort of endeavors with these themes, and now they're doing a board game.
Yeah.
And the game looks interesting enough. I mean, there's some interesting stuff going on. I'm a little worried about the semi-cooperative thing.
Right.
It's always,
Right.
again, it's always one of those things where I worry. I just worry about that term. What's that mean? You know, how are you implementing those ideas? I don't think they always work super well.
Because sometimes it means it's a competitive game, but you have to work towards a similar goal.
Right.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Doesn't mean that it's team-based, but at some point, I'm just going to say, like, I'm not helping.
Right.
I don't know.
I-
I
Right.
don't like that.
I do feel like this is the one where it is there's one goal
Look at the
and you're
dice
each
sticks.
working
Look at-
against that one. So it's, I think
Oh, there were alliances that you can break.
Yeah.
but at least with the semi-co-op, this one knows what it is up front, and it's putting that up front.
Yeah.
It's not a mode, or it's not an element of it. It seems built into the game, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
it's very semi-co-op forward, and so for that, I'm a little bit more hopeful.
And with this particular theme, too, I get it. It doesn't sound like you're all members of the same tribe. It sounds like
Right.
you're like different peoples working together towards towards the main objective, but you, at the end of the day, still have your own like tribe to take care of. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. It's a good-looking game. It's got an interesting look. It looks well finalized.
It's different. Yeah.
You know, again, I don't know if I'll like it. This person is not primarily a board game designer, like I said.
Yeah.
So who knows, right? What kind of, for gamers, what we're getting. But it looks well put together.
Do you see it comes with a 2-hour soundtrack that he did, the designer Klee? Because he is a musician, because he's an artist and stuff. He did stuff for it. I thought that, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Mix some of your passions, because he clearly says that he is a big gamer as well, and so he wanted to kind of mix his passions. I think that's cool.
That's very interesting. It's
clearly
a
a
very
passion project.
interesting, again, very indie project.
Yeah.
This is how you find an audience for this, right? With a platform like this.
Yeah.
Right. Conqueror, Empire Rises. Cashin Arts? Cation?
I can't see that from
Anybody? Cation. By Cation Arts?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sure, we're going to go
There's
with
a
that.
follow-up
This
to
one-
another game that looks very plain that just says Conqueror on it, right?
So
With
that
that logo.
Yes.
So we played this during the Spectacular, the summer one.
Okay.
And Mohammed, who came in, he taught it to Tom and me and Rod. What he said was that the original game, so they're based out of,
Dubai.
Dubai. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so in their market, what he said, the base game was just kind of a risk level game, not too complicated and everything. Very mass market approach to it.
Right.
And this expansion adds more gamer elements to it. And I think that it does. Like when we played it, there's definitely some, good decision making and stuff to do. It's a little long, right? But it also, from what I've heard about the original game without the expansion, the original one could also run long. You know what I mean? Like and how many 6-hour games of Risk have families in the United States played, to be clear,
Sure.
right?
Was it fulfilling long, though? Because I feel like sometimes games get a bad rap just because they're long.
Right.
As they
but
should.
not.
Okay.
No, I disagree. No, I don't have a
games
problem with a
shorter.
long game.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that you were invested the whole
Okay.
time. Yeah, there's not my style of game, I guess is kind of how I walked away from that feeling, but there were definitely some cool moments too, some good tension, and then Rod in the last round like steamrolled through a bunch of my troops because I was looking at it like, I didn't set up defenses
Very
very
wrong.
well. And he just went, "Rakakakaka."
You're like, I did that suboptimally,
Yeah.
and Rod takes advantage.
Yeah, Rod,
Let's summarize
that's
with
how
Rod.
he does it.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know?
he does.
He
When I think suboptimal, I think Rod.
I think Rod, too. Hi, Rod. Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Suboptimal.
Pocket Samurai by Questing Gentleman. Questing
Questioning.
Gentleman. Questioning?
Excuse me. Where
Perchance,
are you
are
coming
you a
from?
gentleman?
Where are you going?
Questing gentleman sounds
Okay.
No, this one
This
to
is
me
interesting.
did not look very interesting.
It's $10.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems very easy. I didn't really.
I didn't
It
realize
just seems standard.
I didn't realize what a low threshold of interest you have. Joe, I have a lot of things I'm willing to sell for just $10.
I really have.
My right
Like,
shoe.
okay.
Might I interest you in it?
You would let
How
that
much?
shoe go for $10?
Yeah.
Where you pick
Really?
up? It's a Puma, man.
I bought it at the outlet mall.
It's Puma.
Rawr.
That's a nice shoe.
It
Okay.
is.
What size are you? I'll give you $10 for that.
Hey, what's
For just
happening right
one.
now?
He's only
Here's the
selling
thing.
one.
The left shoe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
40.
Crap.
That's how I get you.
Inflation gets you every time.
I would
folks.
say you my left
Supply and
shoe.
demand. You see, I buy one, they're suddenly in demand.
It's true.
Anyway, no, I don't like the look of these cards. The papyrus sort of
Papyrus.
sepia vibe here. I'm not digging. I don't like the
I like that.
illustrations. I'm just not liking the game. This whole simultaneously flip over a card and see if you did an attack or a riposte or whatever.
I like
liking it.
everything other than the illustrations. I do like the papyrus look. I think graphically, I wish it was a little bit lighter, but I really like that font. I think it fits and everything. I like the drafting elements of this as well when you're drafting your hand, but it
First
almost
round, yeah.
kind of sounds like almost a little bit of war, but at least you've drafted your hand to try to get a strategy. So I don't know. I think I'm more with Joey. Like for a $10 game.
There was something flying in front of me.
Oh, I thought you were hushing. I thought you were hushing me, and I was like,
No. There was like a little fuzz going like this, and I was like,
"You're done."
I'm with Joey.
no, sorry, no. I don't know.
That's where you lost me. Credibility gone.
No, something was floating in front of me, man.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
We're doing
but
great.
yeah, I mean, I like the little Fruit Ninja swipe thing too, with the one black card.
Yeah, where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
Strike.
It's I don't know.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's very simple.
I liked in the video that like the little chibi kind of line art thing that they had on all these cards. Like they were animating them slightly and stuff. That there were actually several really well-made videos this week.
There really were, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I liked the sound of this game more, but it sounds like something. Sure, put it in front of me. I'll play it with you, and we'll just kind of see.
This sounds like,
Yeah.
again, a game that you see when you're checking out in your local game store or in Target or something like that. You see like, oh, I haven't heard, oh, I'll try that. Sure, it's $10. I'll take it home and try it. You know, it definitely has kind of that look, like looking at that.
That's how Joey
I
wants
would
it.
pick it up.
Or no, I usually
That's
do
the
it.
threshold.
Yeah.
I'm so close to free shipping.
If this was a print and play,
You
yeah,
know?
this would be a free shipping.
Actually, you
yeah.
know what? This would be a good print and play. I would not be as harsh on it maybe if they were like,
No option.
this is a $4 print and play. Because it's just a
Yeah.
little few cards, right? I think.
It is, I
Wow,
think
yeah.
7
so.
cards, I think is all it said.
27 unique cards. That's right. Oh,
Make
that's a lot
that
of
available.
ink.
You might make a lot. You might make
That's
more
true.
money
I think you
just
would.
going print and play with something like this.
And you know, even if you could still do color and just take out the the papyrus background.
yeah, do a low ink
You know,
one
so
or
a
whatever.
low ink or even like yeah, that's interesting. All right.
Make it happen.
Call of Duty, the board game.
Whoa!
Arcane Wonders. Yeah. Stole it from me. That's mine.
Wow. Synced up.
I've never seen so many bullet casings hitting the floor until
Wait,
I
what
watched this
happened there?
video.
What happened to your bullet casing?
That's a backfire. There's a jam.
your gun needs to wipe.
This game is not doing as well as I thought it would be.
I'm surprised by that. I mean, it's making 176, you know, but for the Call
It's
of Duty.
Call of Duty,
And
man.
speaking of which, the video on this is really well done.
it's amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, shooting it, it's like, wait a minute, that's a
Look at
mini
that.
they're shooting.
I
mean,
wanna
it's-
be that
Volume,
guy.
Make sure that your
Yeah,
volume's
it's off.
down. Just
I have
okay.
it muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing looks
Thank you.
great. It looks very interesting. It's a little programming. Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like, you know, you program your little moves and everybody goes, okay, move 1, boom, do this. Move 2, boom. You're in my line of sight now, you know?
But here's what I think sometimes is a negative on these. The IP. You look at it and say, I'm not big on Call of Duty. I'll pass the game. The game could be actually good in its own right. You know, and it looks like it is.
That is, I do wonder if it
Sure.
is suffering because we've seen a lot of the video game crossovers, and so is
Right.
it getting lumped into those? This isn't one that we have played. This is not one that we have played, so I don't know
Right.
that. But that being said, is it getting lumped in and just kind of, oh, I'm burnt
Right.
out on the video games? But this is such a. I mean, I don't play video games, and I am aware of Call of Duty. You know,
Right.
so it's like
That's what I'm
even.
saying. You don't need, like, the people that are
No.
staying away because of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Right.
matter.
I don't understand.
The people who are into Call of Duty is all you need.
Should be
Right.
That's
jumping.
why IPs work.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It just seems
was
interesting
it?
that it is not doing as well as I figured it would with such a strong intellectual property and a game that looks honestly fun.
Right.
Well, simultaneous
interesting.
turn. You've got the secret planning. You've got all of that, and then also pre-painted minis on the base, like the lowest level. I mean, it's nice component-wise and everything
Well,
too.
I was really excited. I, kind of paused on the picture up here a second. I love the graphic design of this. I love that they can incorporate a really good picture, full color. There's something to be said. I feel like a story is in each of these cards in the picture, in the image. But yet, graphically, I can look at that. I don't know what these symbols mean because I haven't played it, but I can still see what's going on. And once I know what those symbols, it looks like they're really easy to read. So it's a great mix of art and bringing an energy to it,
Yeah.
but graphically very quick and easy to read. And so I really liked that as well, which I think, not being a video gamer, that's one of my biggest concerns with these is how complicated is this going to be? You
Yeah.
know, I mean, the video games have 1,500 controls, with just the 5 buttons that are on the controller. I don't even know how many buttons are on a controller.
1,500.
But probably 1,500,
More than
right?
5 now.
They're this big.
But it's like they're so confusing to me. But this, I don't know, just seems approachable.
I wonder if it's because Call of Duty is obviously a fast-paced game that there's some hesitancy to that, right? How do you capture the frenetic nature of something like this in a board game. And it sounds like they're trying to do a good job with it. And I trust Arcane Wonders to not just put out something that's like a complete mess of mechanisms and stuff, and just say, we did it, we put a theme on it, there's a million miniatures, and we can push it out to print and then never care about it again.
Right.
I'm hoping that it's a good game underneath that. It sounds intriguing with the hidden pre-planning movement of a turn.
Right. And I think also with the pedigree of Arcane Wonders, and that if you have any connection to this video game, the look of it, it's so well put together, and the entry point is $49 for the 2-player experience here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like $49, yeah, I'd try that.
Yeah,
you know?
It's pretty good.
It
Yeah,
seems
is.
like a very safe kind of back is what I felt. So, yeah.
Yeah, it seems good.
All right.
Yep.
2023 Dice Advent Calendar. New sets. Robin's Nerd Supplies.
Yeah, I went ahead and looked at the previous, because they've done this in the past, and one of their links took you to, no, I think it was...
Oh, don't click.
It was not that. One of the links in the project
Oh.
showed you the spoiler for previous year's sets.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got
okay.
it.
So I looked at that, and that's probably much more useful for us in
Absolutely.
a second here once we just look at these. So you get different colors, you get different sets. I'm still not sure. I'm assuming they take a set and break it up into, like, I open up one, and it's like, oh, it's the D12 in the green and brown
Right.
set, right? Is that how that works?
I think so, because then you end up with full sets, which also means the last 3 or 4 days you're going to know what you're going to get.
That's fair, yeah. You
Yeah.
know which ones are missing. At one point here, is there spoiler announcements? Yeah, right there. It takes you to
Ooh, those are pretty.
that. So that's a set that they had. I liked one of these.
Those are
I'll
standard.
spoil that. Those are not
nice.
bad.
Yeah.
Again,
I
very
like
very
those.
plain. And then it starts to get a little funky. Those are hard to read.
Hard
Yeah.
to read.
Those are okay.
All right.
Hard to read with
Yeah.
the
I like the
wine on
coloring,
gold
but
thing,
yeah.
yeah.
Those are inconsistent. I don't like that. Like, I would not
No.
put those two together.
They don't look like a set,
Right.
but all of it is good looking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think those are fine.
Those glow in the
Yeah,
dark?
I don't.
Those glow in the dark.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Okay.
So there you go. You get a good look.
Ooh, those are nice.
You know, you get a good look at what you can expect out of the sets here.
Okay, those
And
are
I think
past
they
years.
look all right. These are not
Right.
bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I love the idea. I've always liked this idea of an advent calendar for
I
dice,
agree.
but I don't like, again, the one die at a time thing, and they always are play sets of dice. I wish it would just be every day you get a random D6. I don't care for the whole, I got a D&D set or a role-playing set. I got
Yeah.
lots of those. Just give me like a random D6 every day. Go wild. Give me like a weird one. Give me one made out of like melted skulls. Give me one that looks like an alien ship. Go nuts.
Yeah.
Gelatinous cube.
That sounds more
yeah.
fun to me. You know what I mean?
You know what
I like that
want?
too.
I agree.
I want Fantasy Flight Games to do a dice advent calendar, so you finally have enough dice for any of their games.
That would also
Yes,
be good.
I'd be good with that.
Mansions of Madness,
Absolutely.
yes!
I'd get 3 copies of
know.
it. Absolutely.
Ooh, promo dice. Oh, that'd be good.
Marvel
That'd be good.
Champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Yes.
Vampire the Masquerade, Milan Uprising. This is
The
the.
video was also very good.
This video
Yeah,
is
it
really
was.
good.
This is Taburu, isn't it?
This is the
yeah,
Taburu
there it is.
one,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
For people who don't know, or might not remember, Taburu is like that digital device.
kind
It's
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put a board game board over it, and then it has like RFID sensors and whatever. So the miniatures are read by the electronic device. The dice will register in the device. So it's like an app integrated game that's like very integrated into the physical components.
It's like a tactile app game kind of thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? It
Sure,
like brings
yeah.
it out of the app onto the table rather than a lot of times we're playing our games and they go into the app for something. This one kind of feels like the opposite. It's like, I'm playing this app game brought out to my table.
Yeah, this thing underneath tracks where your figures are. It'll
Yeah.
track dice rolls and just put it into the app for you. And then it also looked like, from the quick little play overview that I saw in the main video, that it does a lot of kind of interacting with you, a la, I don't know, what other game does that? Chronicles of Crime-ish, like somebody talking
yeah.
at you, you know, or Destinies or something. And you're like, somebody asks you something, somebody interacts with you wherever you are, and so the app is kind of running that.
Yeah.
Even Descent,
Okay.
the new Descent kind of did that.
Well, so it's a cooperative game where I guess every player has their own phone connected to it as well, and it's going to send me private information that it doesn't send to everybody else. So you don't,
pretty cool.
You don't read it out loud and say, okay, this is part of the story. It's just like we're each getting individual things and we're making choices that could affect the balance of the game. That sounds like a cool way to use the tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play a board game, but I don't want to give up my phone. And I don't want to stop looking at my phone.
I agree.
Or if you won't stop looking at your phone, here's a board game so you can have your phone and we get to play something.
That's what I'm talking
It's a
about.
good middle ground.
I also hope it's like kind of like The Mind where we can't talk because I don't want to talk. I just want to look at my phone.
I want to be in the same room with you.
So I'm hoping it's like 2 rooms on a boom with Taburu.
Right.
And each
So
of
I'm on
us
my
has an Apple
phone in a
Vision
different
on.
room, maybe taking a nap.
I would back it.
This looks good.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, and we've played and seen the last Taburu thing.
What was it? It was
Bad Karma.
The
Bad
Bad
Karma,
Karma
that's
and
what it's
4
called.
Zodiac Beasts.
Yeah.
Or something like
Something like
that.
Bad Cartman.
I'm going home.
I mean, this is a pretty average price for the tech that's involved to integrate this into the tech. That's a good price. The
You
problem
need
is if
the
you don't
tech.
have the tech yet, so if you've already
Right.
gotten that and invested in it, I think 90 euros for this,
Honestly, if you've got the tech, you have to buy this. Like,
Well, yeah,
you know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
Well, so that's-
Otherwise, you're like, I need another game for Taburu.
well, okay,
That's
so no,
true.
it said there was like over 100 games on it, and so
How many of them are chess?
That's the thing, I didn't know. I was going to ask if you guys
No, I don't know.
knew any
As
of the
far as
others,
I know,
because
they
all I
have
knew
the-
was Bad Karma in this one.
I think that's it. I don't
No,
know.
it
Maybe I'm
said-
wrong.
it said
The
like
rest
they-
might be like built-in games or
Where
something.
was it?
Mass market games. I don't know, open source games. What do you call it?
All right, well, I'm not finding it now, of course.
I think this
but-
game, though, never mind all the Taburu stuff. I think it looks good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I used to play the video game of this. I haven't played the RPG or any of the other ones, but
It's a
the
very
video game.
rich source.
yeah, it is. It's a
The
great
world is
story. in
very
it.
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Flight Plan. Own an Empire. Ground the competition. David Kuhn.
This
You gotta
Brit-
go up
Brit
'cause we can't
Youngblood.
see it.
Oh, y'all can't see it. My bad.
seems. I like it. This is very straightforward as far as the gameplay on this. Reading through, I read through the steps, and it's like, there you go. I feel like I can play.
Yeah.
You know?
It does seem like an incredibly well finalized and good looking game and page
Yeah.
from someone who's played some hobby games,
Right.
but mostly mass market games. If you ignore most hobby games, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This
Oh,
page
yeah.
looks incredible. The graphic design here is stellar. It seems like they're on a path to make an amazing production. And then the game is interesting. I don't know if, some of the comments and some of the folks were like, this combines, what did they say? Something with Monopoly.
Ticket to Ride Monopoly.
Yeah, there. Ticket to Ride with Monopoly. It's amazing. I'm like, okay, I could see that. I can see that combination there.
I'm a little bit worried. I think 2 things mechanically. The first of which was the event deck. You know what I mean? And this is like an easy thing
Yeah.
to do in a game. You're like, how do we spice it up? Well, let's flip over an event. Everybody makes $30 this round. Cool. Next event. Everybody loses an arrow. It loses a route or something like that. I don't want that type of stuff necessarily because it looks really engaging to me. This looks very interesting. But I see those little things where like, oh,
You just don't like that chaotic imbalance type thing it adds?
Again, it's
Yeah.
like an old school world, mentality. It's like the old
Right.
school mentality of like, we need more happening. Action. Okay, how about flip a card and something wacky happens?
yeah.
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Yeah.
But does it need that? And also, you're targeting a different group of players at that point. Then.
That is a good point. You've got games that I mean, take Splendor. It's like Splendor could have easily added cards. Well, here we go. You have a thief thing. You have a different events come up. But if the game's good enough, you don't need that. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying those things are inherently bad at all. I'm just saying you need to see which game
needs
that
it and-
fits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
And this one, they're saying it fits, which is fine then, but it does make the game play sound less interesting to me. As far as the look, though, and folks are saying it in the comments, this is one of the very best looking games this week.
It
Their
does
graphic
look
design
good.
is stellar.
Well, the video looks like a little travel agency advertisement.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
And it's straightforward, too. I mean, like I said, rather the steps, I'm like, okay, I feel like I can play the game.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting. Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at Wildlands Reforged, hand-painted modular terrain.
Oof, these are...
So they're redoing this one, right?
Oh, this is Dwarven Forge, isn't it?
I'm looking for it.
Or they just call it Dwarven Forge?
Oh yeah, it is Dwarven Forge.
Dwarven
Yep, right there.
Forge.
Okay.
Yep, it is.
Wow.
It is.
They're
That's why.
they're
See the
top of
prices?
at the top of their game with this kind of stuff, right? I mean, Dwarven Forge. Even I know Dwarven Forge.
Yeah, they had a
And I don't
documentary.
do anything with this stuff.
There was a documentary on them. It was on Netflix for a while that just kind of followed how
Really?
they started. It's pretty incredible.
Oh.
It's like, wow. And they took it off Netflix. I don't know where it's available
You should have
somewhere.
mentioned that. You're over here telling me to watch Gallivant, and there's
You really
there's
watch Gallivant.
Dwarven Forge documentary.
After you watch Gallivant, you can go on the Dwarven Forge. But yeah, it's... But it goes in how
Tell me not to
the,
watch.
the guy made it, started small, went big. I mean, the prices on some of these, look at that.
Oof. Look at
Painted,
that. I love unpainted.
Uh-huh.
760.
That's pretty good. How much
But-
for painted?
Wait, dollar?
Painted 1200.
No, I refuse.
Huh?
Like euros or dollars?
It has a
Dollars.
dollar sign.
But I will tell you, walking
Oh,
by their
no.
place at Gen Con makes you want to play RPGs. I mean, the things just light up. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
It's
Look
like,
at that.
man, I want this world.
$3,500.
Yeah. But that's...
And that stuff looks amazing.
Oh, it does.
Wow. See, I would
It's
get
so
this
nice.
stuff if I was a game store.
Right.
If I had a game store that had a very active role-playing
Yeah.
community, I might get this as a store owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Set it up and have it literally be a gathering place in my store.
Yeah, yeah.
As an individual, whoo, boy, you really better be into some role-playing.
Right.
Because, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
really...
is expensive. But again, if
I
this
mean-
is top of the line, you get to ask those,
Look at that.
for those prices.
It's definitely.
Waterfall
Oh,
sets
there's-
and stuff are
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I mean, you've
gorgeous.
looked at their stuff at Gen Con, right? Their big little
I've seen
booth
it.
thing.
I think
Yeah,
I've
I've
walked
seen it.
past it and stuff. Yeah. No, I think it's gorgeous. And this is one of those things you know if you're into it or not. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Groundskeeper playing cards. This is by Wormwood. What?
You said to hit you when this came up.
Was it this one?
I think she meant slyly.
I meant like, I don't know, wink or something. Like, got it. All right, I got it now. Thanks. Appreciate the reminder.
Oh, it's-
Oh, yeah. It's a fly, don't worry.
Anyway, Groundskeeper. This is from Wormwood, yeah.
yeah.
So
Yep,
they're doing
yep.
a few things here: playing cards, poker chips, and then a cabinet.
Cabinet!
That was like...
Straight up cabinet.
That was a jump. They were like slowly
For-
here.
Wait.
Poker loving fools
The best
who want
part
to keep
was-
all their chips and cards in a cabinet.
I'm looking at the cards. I'm like, they showed that part where you get to put the cards on the wall. I'm like,
Little
that's a
card
bit
box.
much. Then you scroll down, and you're like, but wait,
There's more.
here's a huge cabinet.
The cabinet that they crack it open. It's like, also, I have to say, I think this video might be the best. It might be one of the best videos I've ever seen on Kickstarter. Like, it's incredibly well shot,
Yeah.
well
All of those are,
animated.
yeah.
It's amazing. Like, their shots are insanely good looking. The slow motion they use, the lighting they
Yeah.
use. Oh my
All of their
goodness.
videos, like their DM screen they did a while back was one of my
Right.
favorite videos.
And their
It's
tables.
Like, yes.
Their
it's-
tables
Look
we
at
complimented.
that. Oof.
Yeah, I remember they did the last table we complimented as well because like the clicking noises, like the
Yeah.
music was poppy and it was just really really well done. Did we not do this already?
One thing I wish they had, the poker chips on there I looked at, because I looked at the iron clays for like different games and things.
Yeah.
I thought maybe these would work, but the denominations, it's made for poker. Because I mean, they're like, I think denominations are like 20, 50, 100,000 500, and it's like you couldn't, I don't know, get those for board games as easily.
No, I mean, this is
It is for poker.
for poker. Yeah.
Board gamers want $20 chips.
They do.
Poker players want $25 chips. You know what I mean? Also, I noticed that the poker chips, this bothers me a little bit, that the numerical denomination is printed on one side, and on the other side is like an emblem, which I know the poker chip denominations, but one of the hardest things about settling for a set to buy is that Wendy doesn't know them by heart, and so she wants numerals printed on them. I don't want them printed on one side. That sounds so weird.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I never knew they were like standard color
really
coordinated.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I would need them actually much larger printed denomination.
Yeah, no, I think the cards look good. They're not the best looking cards I've ever seen, but they are incredibly classy and look really good. That is mind blowing to me.
That's insane.
If I had a mansion,
Yeah.
you better believe I'm getting the
If you-
cabinet with poker chips
Absolutely.
and like card displays in it. Look at this.
Well, the
man.
fact that it goes right into their table like that,
so
that's so
awesome.
slick.
Funny.
That's,
Are you kidding me?
So
I'd be
slick.
sipping cognac and having rich billionaire friends over to play poker.
My second priority would
Is-
be that. My first priority would be a lamp or a lamp in the wall that you pull it and it turns the stairs into a slide.
Oh, I would do that.
All right.
Into a panic room.
That's my number one.
Your panic room.
I need a panic room.
The panic room has my poker
I got
chips in
stuff. I gotta hide from it. I don't know.
That would be cool.
Panic room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm about
I'd be
a
on board.
Scooby Doo one. I want a fireplace where I hit the candle and it swivels around. I'm in the back.
Yeah,
now.
kind of like Chris's, but less
Yeah.
deadly.
Mine's more Scooby Doo. Yours is more Saw.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, believe it or not, that is all for the gaming projects this week. So
Okay.
before we go into some neat ones that were found for us, we are going to cut to Mark Streed.
You said it
Streed,
already.
I
I
did
might
say it.
do it.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
nailed
Waste.
it. I did great.
Street.
A lot of
Here he
waste.
is.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark, and I'm here with Alita, and we just have a handful of games to look at, so let's get to it. And first up, we have Midhalla. Now, this is a dungeon crawl with a rich story. You'll access the campaign book that leads you through the different aspects as you explore different tunnels and such. But when monsters appear, it turns into a tower defense game. And in this tower defense game, you have these amazing traps that you can get resources for and build up and level up. And as well as your heroes are going to be jumping into the battle and trying to save the world from the creatures and just figure out what's going on in the dungeon. And then we have Joyride, Survival of the Fastest. Now, this is basically Mario Kart meets Mad Max. And just like you think it sounds, there'll be tons of mayhem, tons of racing, all kinds of driver abilities. You'll be using dice to create dice pools as you shift up and shift down and try to navigate the track. And of course, there's all kinds of collisions and, wrecking mayhem that you're gonna be running into other cars, other drivers, and so forth. So whoever crosses the finish line first will be the winner. And then we have Dominate and Delegate. Now, if you know the video game Command & Conquer, this game is gonna feel a lot like that. They really did a nice job how you create the units and get them out on the battlefield and battle back and forth with your opponent. It makes it really easy, kind of a streamlined war game, pretty easily accessible, but what's also cool is there's buildings, and once you dive into a building, it opens up a whole nother aspect of the game. You're basically zooming into it, where you go in and it's this puzzly aspect, and you move around your troops and so forth within the buildings to discover what's going on, or maybe just to find the database. And then finally, that brings us to Mistwind, the Mistwind Islands. As you create outposts, move around the map, using your giant airships, which are whales. And if you don't have outposts, you're gonna have to pay in krill in order to feed them and move them around the map. Picking up cargo, and like I said, creating outposts, trying to be the most efficient at all of those things. Now, again, this is the thing with this game, just incredibly beautiful. I had so much fun, definitely check it out. And then that brings us to my pick of the week. So, so many of these games I really like. There's very different ones here, but I love a good dungeon crawl, so I'm giving it up for Midhalla with amazing artwork, a fantastic story as you dive through the dungeon, and a tower defense component. They really did a nice job with the characters, how you level them up, and do all kinds of different abilities, and it's just really engaging with the story. So definitely, this is one to look at. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. Right, folks? Until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Oh,
That's really
what was
rude.
that?
Why don't you say that when the camera's rolling, huh?
Whatever it
I wanna
was,
see your real
stopped
side.
walking towards
Took a
Mark for
break.
a minute, took a break, danced a little bit, then kept walking. That was nice. It was
I
considerate.
Yeah,
like
that
that.
was
I like that.
All right, let's have some fun. Oh, I'm not
Have
scrolled
some
up.
fun.
EarBuddy.
Oh, I forgot.
Gently remove wax, water, and dirt from your ears.
Okay, this one at first I was like, all right, it's kind of a just spray some water in your ear. Then
I know, they took a long time. They really they buried the lead, folks, okay?
Oh, stop it! Oh, crap.
Oh, that's just like,
So the way it works is, I thought, it's like, because they show
Her
you
eyes are even red here.
they show you the Q-tip, they show you the whole thing, don't do that, blah, 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 and then you see this thing, and they're like, and I'm like, okay, is it, I figured the same thing as you. It's like, you can wash your ear out or whatever. But no, you insert this in your ear, you inflate it, and then retract it while inflated, and it'll pick up grime on the way out.
is that not just gonna push it up against the walls of your ears and just
That's what I'm
impact
Puncture your
it?
eardrum instantly. Scientists 50 years ago cured polio, and today are out giving out warnings like, do not inflate balloons inside your skull.
Yeah.
I think there's a gift in here that I was like, I had to stop watching.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let me find it.
But all of it was just, maybe it was the initial one.
One of the
Also,
inflating
yes, that was
one.
more than 50 years ago.
No, that was just,
Was it the eyebrow?
wow, oh my gosh, it just,
Again, it does not seem, so two things, okay?
Eyebrow raise.
that's the most
It might
different
burst,
thing.
Yeah.
that's not good. But also, this does not seem like it's going to clean anything.
No.
It just seems so uncomfortable too.
It's just like you put it in there, inflate it, and then just pull it out. There's no way you're cleaning anything.
Yeah, because it's just silicone,
You're just
right?
pressing it up against. Yeah, no, come on.
Then you sit next to your toothbrush.
Oh, gross. And that's
Gross.
that's clearly a kid's bathroom. They're not cleaning
Oh, the
that.
whole family has them though. There's different
Well, that's why
colors for
they're
different people.
color-coded.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Did you do your ears, honey?
You can
burst your
roto-rooter.
eardrums
That's the
today?
name.
Yeah, that's a nah for me.
Oh,
How many do you think Tom is buying?
He got he can't because does it come in enough colors for his whole family? No. They can use it each other's.
That's true.
Don't
So,
use
yeah.
my EarBuddy. He can't. Yeah.
Oh,
Otherwise, he would have.
it hurts me.
All right, Dreamy Mini Alley, Cozy Nights, and a Book Nook Mystery.
This one, you see, I've got one in my house that
Yes.
what we printed, 3D printed, and Alex painted, put the lights in there. These are fun.
These are really cute. These
Yeah.
are really, really cute, and I don't think that I would like the mystery because I feel like as it was talking about it, maybe it's a little too subtle. Like you have to find the little clues.
Right.
And I'm the type that when I'm looking for that kind of minutia, that minute detail, I end up questioning everything. Oh wait, there's a crack in the wood here. Oh wait, no, that's because I was really bad at putting it together. Never mind, that's my bad.
Yeah.
And so
I
I'm
agree with that.
concerned about the mystery. But it's funny. I have a friend from up when I lived in Baltimore, and I saw this, and she does these and does the paper crafting with the Japanese and
Oh,
folds
the
them and
real
all that,
ones.
really,
Yeah.
really good at it.
man.
And I sent it to her, and she's like, "Oh, that's really pretty." I was like, "Wait, but did you see it's a mystery?" And she's like, "Oh, already bought it." It was just right up her alley. So if this is your thing, I think it's a really cool idea to couple those two things: that escape room mystery and building a nook. Or if you don't want to build it, they will pre-build it for you as well.
Oh, that's cool. For the inept like me.
yeah,
These
that's
things are so
cute.
It is
It's so cool.
cute.
Yeah, just a little world. I like, yeah.
Yeah, and I would love, like I said, I think I would love to build it. I just don't know if I want to solve the mystery. So.
It's one of those things that I would grumble the entire time assembling, and then when I was done, be like, "Hey, oh yeah, come on over, welcome to my house. I've assembled this.
Yes.
I did this
This one,
myself."
have
It
you
didn't
seen
come
it?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is one too. It's I don't know why it feels a little Christmassy, even if it's not Christmas here. It's one of those things that I would be excited to bring out each season and kind of put it on the bookshelf
Yeah, you're right. It
without
does have that
screaming.
vibe.
Yeah, because it's not like Santa, but it's
Christmas
just like
Village, yeah.
right, exactly. But it's just that little
Yeah.
touch in the house that I think I would really, really enjoy seasonally having this out. So
Where you're from, do they put the candles in the front windows of the house?
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite like holiday traditions.
Yeah, if you have
that-
like one of those big, especially if like a big like flat front on the house, you know, like a colonial
Yeah,
house
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, with
That's
the
what it makes
the
me think
wreath
of.
and the candle. Yep, every window. All right. I don't want to say it. All right.
Say it.
MeowEver. Meow. I hate myself
Why is it
right
called
now.
MeowEver?
MeowEver, because MeowEver.
Is it like forever? MeowEver?
I think like your little forever cat that won't die.
Well, here's the
Also
thing. The
doesn't have a
entire
face.
time I watched the video and looked at every picture, and there were many, I kept waiting, like, when are they going to show me the front of the cat?
Oh my
I was waiting
I
that too.
just want to
Okay,
see the
this
face.
entire thing, there is
It's
no
face
face.
down.
That's the thing. There is
No.
no face.
That is face up because his ear color is right there. He just doesn't have a face.
Right.
I thought they
This
just wouldn't
entire
show
project, you know that, like, movie trope, horror movie trope, where there's, like, a little girl, and she's, like, weeping, and the protagonist goes up to her.
Yes.
Hey, sweetie, are you okay? And she turns around and she's like, demonic. I waited for that the
Oh, yeah.
entire page.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, they never show me the front of the cats. Well, at some point, I'm going to get to a photo, and it'll be a gif of the cat turning around, and it's like Cthulhu cat or something.
That's-
It'll be a demon's face.
If you watch the video,
I'd rather
it just
not.
builds tension in a
It
weird
kind
way.
of does. This is only soothing until you realize
That's.
it has no face.
I'm not up enough. Sorry.
It's just like
There's so much.
face planted to that
Oh.
kid's armpit. and
It's
he's petting
just
him.
The whole
something
thing
creepy about it.
Is like Blair Witch. It's like they're all just staring at the wall and to corners and all this, and I'm like,
I agree.
oh,
It
I
feels
mean,
like
Something disturbing.
no, I would stop that guy from. What's happening right now?
I love the pictures of the cat cuddling with it right here. That's one of my favorites, though. Like, a cat buddy.
Oh,
I
and you clean their ears with the thing before too. You just get in there.
I'm-
Oh, look, that one. Go back up to that
I'd
one.
rather not. Okay.
Because you can clearly see that it has no face in that one,
Yeah.
but she's looking down at it.
That's not in the video.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
That
It has no
is.
face,
I
yet
don't
it
like
must
this.
scream.
If you
don't
walk
like
in
it.
and
No.
either the lady is giving her dolls a tea party or this is happening, either one.
Either one. I'm out.
My
I'm right
God.
back out.
Oh, can you
Bye.
imagine going, oh, this would be actually a great thing to do. Have a bedroom and have it filled, like have the bed filled with these.
Oh my gosh, like a B&B. Would you stay in that
Airbnb.
B&B? Or would you be like,
Airbnb
no.
where every decoration is a faceless cat.
Oh,
And there's
Yes.
paintings, but they're all faceless cats.
Just faceless.
oh! If you're
American
petting one and
Gothic
somebody says, "Can I hold
Two
it?" they're
cats,
just,
no
oh.
face.
even worse.
Pitchfork, no face.
And as you're checking into the Airbnb, she's sitting there petting it.
And then she says, "When you
know?
hold it and you take it, that's when you realize there's no face on that cat,
Right.
And it's still purring."
You get
But-
to your door and she tells you the keys are inside the cat.
The children also have no face. Everything has no face. It's like, oh, this is a
oh,
movie.
it's amazing.
Okay,
This is my
we
pick of the
done?
week.
We done? Okay, bye.
All right. Oh.
All right. Thinking.
Go back to the cat
No,
real quick.
I don't. What?
I'm still confused by this. I don't get it.
The
I'm
pet
a
rock is
fidgeter.
back.
Yeah, I'm a fidgeter.
There's
like,
nothing to fidget
but there's
with.
not.
It's
It's
an
just
egg.
like you just hold it and then it drops because it's smooth, or it
know.
gets lost in your pocket,
I've
or
got that little fidget
comes out in
pill.
your
I may as
dryer
well-
and just like doom doom doom
Oh.
doom doom. I don't get this.
I really am confused. This does incredibly well. How much money is it making?
Like
Look
more
at that.
than more than Call of Duty.
That's I don't get it. I really don't get it. They've done this a bunch of times now. It always makes money.
It does.
They are always the same. There are no moving parts here. They're supposed to be classy little things, right?
What else have they done?
Made of many different materials, and the idea being that it's there to remind you to be mindful, to
Right.
be present in the moment, that sort of thing. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't understand. It's an expensive tooling of wood or
Whatever this is.
Damascus steel or whatever it is. Like they have a whole line of them.
Rich Corinthian
Him
lead.
petting
You
that
just
is
touch
highly
the egg. You
uncomfortable.
pet
Look
the
at
egg. It
that.
has no face.
I know. That's what. It doesn't make any sense. I mean,
Tiny.
I like the fidget cube. I printed those fidget pills.
Oh, you did? I play with that when I drive.
Yeah,
all
see,
the time.
I gave you guys one of those,
Click,
and those
click,
are
click,
fun.
click,
But this, no sense. It makes no sense.
I don't get it.
I mean, they're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, they're very. I mean,
I mean,
like,
that right
Pretty,
there,
but they're like
gorgeous.
You put them on a desk. You don't mess with it. You know what I mean?
Right, but if it's
I
on a
don't know.
desk, it needs to not be, an inch high.
It's like like Edward here says, it's basically a pet rock.
Yep.
But,
that's what
we're
it is.
making it cool because we're saying it's about you being aware of your surroundings and bringing you down to
But-
your center and blah, blah, blah. So here's a
Mindfulness.
pet rock.
But the lady, first of all, she goes back after, that making the whole van look like a garden. Then she goes back and she puts it on the display with her 20 other ones. And
Yeah.
the prices of these, they're not cheap.
Oh, I know.
I mean, they're like
That
$15,
lady's loaded,
right?
okay?
Yes.
I can't
Yeah.
tell you how many card cabinets she
I
has.
was going to say the same play. Yes.
That blue one over there is called Cat's Eye. And so now we know where all the faces of the other
There
cats
we go. We have
Oh.
found.
If I
This-
back two
The
of
cat
those,
space.
It all
and the
comes
cat,
together.
I can
There
make
we
my
go.
own.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome home.
All right. Last up.
Relax in just 3
Anymaka.
seconds.
Yeah.
Anymaka.
I want to relax for more. Thank you.
This is killing it.
It really is, but
Yeah.
I like it. I think this is really
This
neat.
looks
This
cool.
this
It
is
does look
something
cool.
if I went hiking or not hiking, but if I went camping, I would take with me to be able to take the hammock. 'Cause I do enjoy sleeping in a hammock. But maybe even replace the chairs, the camping chairs that I take. To be able to throw this up real quick, or throw up and not throw
Same
it up
here.
and not have to
Bleh.
find the two trees. Yeah, not bleh, don't vomit it. But be able to put it up really quickly. I think this is really, really cool.
I
How
do
can you
too.
possibly set up a hammock in only 3 seconds?
It shows you.
It will.
Oh.
My only concern with it, though, is I feel like if you look at all of these, the hammock, look how much that overdoes it. So it shows the dimensions, but I'm like, I really want to sit in this I would want to feel that angle that the hammock's at. Because that's a
What do you
lot.
mean?
See how the hammock material here is wrapped over? Which usually, if it's on a tree, it's pulled taut. And then
Right.
that's, depending on how far the tree's away.
Oh, I
is
see what
that,
you're saying.
Right. It's very...
I suspect this structure does not have a lot of wiggle room when it comes to how far you can sink, how
Yeah.
much room you really have from one anchor point to the other. I'm assuming it's not super forgiving.
I think that's what this
I
button
agree.
is right here. There is, I guess you guys probably can't see it here. There's that, and so you adjust it right there to how taut it is pulling it.
Oh.
But that's also going to, decrease the length of it. But it's just,
Oh,
I mean, there is
okay.
so much pulled over there. You would just have to be really careful, I think, with the hammock that you bought, that you buy to put on this,
I'm always
to make sure that
careful
it's not going
hammocks I buy.
to need to be pulled down further than that,
agree.
because that one's right there. The second to last button.
Well, do they also sell you the hammock in this project?
I don't think so.
Yes, the second
Oh,
one
do they?
does. That one.
Got
Both.
it.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because that would be the go-to there, right?
Right.
The hammock and the
Yeah.
structure came from them. Boom.
Yeah.
I don't
would
think I
be-
could use this. I'm pretty sure I hit the beam at the bottom there.
I would too. If I went outside more, I'd look at doing this.
But I think this is a nice one for people who are, again, fit, active, do enjoy camping. Using it as a seat is very nice, kind of like a little rocking chair vibe.
Yeah.
This looks good. I'm just worried it's not very big. You really can't be too tall or too large to
Right.
enjoy this.
It gave the dimensions,
They have
right?
2 sizes, I think. They
Yeah.
have, like, this one goes up to like 5'9", and this one goes up to 6'3" or something. So I would.
No, I think it was the same thing as showing this person is 5'4", this person is 6'3".
Oh, okay.
And they've adjusted the thing.
Right.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
Yeah.
The idea of the hammock is always, I like the idea of it. I mean,
I
finding two
love
trees that
hammocks.
close together, I'm too lazy to find that.
Oh.
But
Yeah, where do trees even grow together?
I don't even know.
Right. Not in my backyard.
I also
are
like the
not
hammocks
Trees are
that
solitary creatures.
they don't like to be around the trees. They move.
Bonnie just said got his standalone hammock from Costco. Yeah, but is it the portable, does it fold down? I like that it folds down.
In 3 seconds.
In 3 seconds. No, that you can throw it, in the back of your car. It's portable. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, that is all we have. So let's jump into picks of the week.
All right.
Joey, is that you volunteering?
Nope.
Sounds
I'll do
like
mine.
it. All right.
I'm going to go with the Groundskeeper cards and poker chips.
Really?
All
Yeah, that's
right.
my
And
favorite thing.
cabinet?
Cabinet
gotta
is,
have the
again, if
cabinet.
I was, as the kids
Okay.
call it, a baller,
Okay.
then yes, the cabinet would include that. For right now, I'm just saying the Groundskeeper playing cards and the poker chip collection. I think both of those are very well made. They look classy. They are. If I was, again, looking to elevate a poker night, a regular poker night, and this investment therefore would pay off, yes, I would get it. If I was flush with the cash, then the cabinet would, of course, also be stunning.
Very cool. I'm gonna go with Call of Duty. I think this looks really cool. I am a fan. I have been a fan of these video game crossovers, even though I don't play video games. I'm finding like, oh, I think if I didn't get sick from playing them, I'd probably like them, because so far I've liked the implementations, and I like Arcane Wonders. I like what they do. I think they put a good amount of work into developing and bringing good products so far, you know? And so for me, this is one that I'm really excited about.
This is actually mine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of this. The more I read about it, I do like it. I like anything like this. Sniper Elite, of course, is more the hidden, all this. But I'm liking these more and more. The IP didn't grab me because I'm not huge on Call of Duty, but watching the gameplay, I like it. And again, Arcane Wonders does a good job putting out just quality products.
Yeah.
You know, they're usually really well tested.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the vampire.
Really?
Milan.
Milan.
Wow.
There it is,
Okay.
yeah.
Uprising, Milan Conquest.
I thought you were going to airplanes, but okay, yeah.
I thought about it, but like I said, there's those few mechanical holdups on the airplane. for me.
Okay.
This one seems mechanically great. I am one of those people, I don't mind the app integration. You might say this is more a video game. Then cool, this sounds like a cool cooperative video game I could play on a table with friends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
have you played with one of those Toblerones or whatever?
No. But I've also not played with a Taburu. The tech worries me, right? And this is not something I could just easily be like, $10, let me try that out. But it seems promising. It looks super well made. So yeah, that's something I would love to see.
That's a
or
good
love to try
video
at
too,
some
isn't
point.
it?
It is. It was a fun video.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, this looks
Looks
good.
good.
And again, all that interaction with the main iPad there that they're showing,
Yeah.
asking questions, kind of interacting with it.
Yes.
The characters in this world seemed really interesting. I liked that. You know?
I agree, and that's just
And I like those private interactions you get from your own phone,
That's so
that
cool.
Right.
it can facilitate the hidden information that keeps a cooperative game interesting.
Yeah.
Like I like all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I like that. Very nice. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us for this episode of Crowdsurfing, and that's it for today. Come back tomorrow. We have Smorgasbord in the morning.
smorgasbord.
I said it right.
You did. You
I
said
did. I paused. I was like,
smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
You
you
went
messed it up
back.
that
Man,
time,
you
huh?
messed it
All
up.
right,
All right.
smorgasbord. All right, we'll be back for smorgasbord in the morning, and I did great.
Sure.
And then in the afternoon, we have some party games happening as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rapping
no,
robots.
You're doing it. You're doing
You're
it.
doing that, okay?
I'm
That's on
doing-
you.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
All right.
I'm leading it tomorrow. Gonna be fun.
We're so excited for smorgasbord.
That other thing will be good too.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
Oh,
All
goodness.
right. Thanks for joining us. I'm Camilla.
I'm Joey.
I'm Chris.
I'm Z.
Go back some fun things.